Sabi nga sa kanta, I did my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough. Nako, aling best bang pinag-uusapan dyan? Let's talk about the 4 bests sa podcast episode na ito. Hi there and welcome to the Trying Hard with Lyqa podcast, where we try hard to understand ourselves, the world around us, and just keep trying. Okay, so I said merong 4 bests. And honestly, this is a relatively new way of thinking para sa akin kasi I used to think that there was just one best, as in the best. And anything else is just bad. I was so hard on myself, I was so hard on others, I was so hard on life in general, and honestly, it led me down a very dark path. So I want to share this with you, not to celebrate mediocrity. That's not something that we do here sa podcast nito, kung kilala ninyo ako. But for us to have a more realistic point of view sa mga bagay. Di ba lagi kong sinasabi sa inyo, hindi naman tayo para doon sa toxic positivity or anything like that. Doon tayo sa realidad. And this is a reality na we need to talk about kasi honestly, just looking at things, this is the type of thinking that I'm hoping can save lives and give you some semblance of hope for yourself and for others then in the future. Meron kasing nag-message sa akin saying na first year college daw siya, tapos nahihirapan siya mag-adjust kasi galing siya sa province, tapos nag-move siya dito sa Manila, dito siya nag-aaral. And gustong-gusto niya na maging laude at yun yung gusto niya mangyari para sa sarili niya, pero nahihirapan siya dun sa transition and nadi-discourage siya kasi paano yun daw na hindi niya nagagawa yung best niya kasi nahihirapan siya. And this episode is dedicated to you if you're listening. I wanted to really talk about this kasi we need to talk about how yung the best, which is the first best na mention ko na rin kanina, is not something na attainable para sa lahat. Kailangan natin tanggapin na the reason why merong the best at the yung article, THE, is because siya lang yun. Kung merong anyone out there who can do the exact same thing, edi hindi na the best yun kasi dalawa na kayo. Diba? Ang best by definition has to be the single one na nasa tuktok, nasa tugatong ng tagumpay. So for you to constantly think na kapag hindi ako yung the best at everything ay hindi na ako magaling or wala na akong silbi is just unrealistic. Kasi hindi yun mangyayari, be. Sa dami ng tao sa mundo, at siguradong may mas matalino sa'yo, siguradong may mas magaling sa'yo, we can't all be the best. Diba? Lagi ko ang sinasabi sa inyo na we can't all be the best but we can all be better. So that's a more parang realistic, more attainable goal to keep trying to be better. So, yun yung first best. Diba? We're going to talk about 4. The first best is the best. So, Carlos Yulo, for example, 2 gold medal. Sa field na yon, the best. Yon, Olympian ka eh. Diba? Kitang-kita. Ikaw talaga yung the best. Pero paano naman yung hindi nasa ganong antas? Hindi nasa ganong level? Now, here's the second best. And etong second best na to will open the door for the next 2. Kasi instead of the best, we're going to start talking about your best. Now, yung number 2 na best is your best ever. Okay? So may kadugtong. Your best ever. Pag sinabi natin your best ever, ibig sabihin sa buong buhay mo, yun yung pinaka, no? Pinaka na best pa. No? Pinaka best. And it's hard. Etong realidad when you talk about your best ever. Your best ever is something that you will know later in life. Yeah, later in life. Hindi natin pwedeng sabihin na yun yung best ever if hindi pa natin nalilive through yung buhay natin. And the sad part of life, lalo na if you're young, and I'm saying that not to diminish your feelings, but I'm saying this because galing ako dyan. At 15 years old, I felt like, okay, maybe that was my best ever. Ang best ever kong ma-contribute sa buhay ay to be a bad example. Alam yun. Kinuwento ko na sa sarili ko yung magagawa ko at hanggang doon na lamang ako. That's my best ever. But having lived more than the same number of years after that, masasabi ko na hindi pala yun yung best ever ko. Akala ko lang nung time na yun na yung lahat-lahat ng kaya kong ibigay. Or yun na yung lahat-lahat ng silbi ko sa mundo. Pero hindi pala yun totoo. Hindi accurate yung pagkakakilala ko sa sarili ko. So again, number 2 is your best ever. But even if you feel like, okay, yun na yung best ever ko, yung last effort ko, yun na yung best ever ko, hindi ka pa rin sure. And you will not know until you fully retired dun sa field na yun. Hindi mo alam until nag-quit ka na talaga, until matanda ka na enough to not do that thing. Ano ibig sabihin ko dun? I-compare ko dun sa paggagawa ko ng content ha. So, pag tinanong ako, what's your best ever content? I could say na my best ever content may not be something that I already posted. Kasi hindi pa ako sure kung magkukwit ako ngayon eh. May posibilidad na yung best ever ko ay isang bagay na hindi ko pa nagagawa. And I'm sharing that because I'm hoping na pag pinakinggan nyo to, mapapaisip ka rin na, posible ba yun na yung best ever ko ay hindi ko pa nagagawa? Na itong akala kong best ko na ito na yung lahat-lahat, fullest na ng capability ko, hindi pa pala totoo. Kasi meron pa palang ceiling, may igagaling pa pala ako, may igaganda pa pala yung buhay ko, may maiaambag pa pala akong iba. And I know it's frustrating to hear, pero I'm saying that because nung bata ako, sana may nagsabi sa akin nun. Na yung akala kong best ko, hindi pa pala yun. Kasi kung may sasabihin man ako dun sa younger self ko who wanted to quit pagdating sa buhay, I would tell her na buti na lang sa bagay na yan hindi ka nag-succeed. Kasi look at where you are right now. Look at the number of people that you managed to help sa buhay mo. Look at the number of people who find wisdom in the things that you share. Buti na lang talaga. Buti na lang hindi ako nawala. Kasi ang dami ko pa palang pwedeng gawin. And my best ever is yet to come. And your best ever is yet to come. Now, yung third best at yung fourth ay pag-uusapan natin. But mag-break muna tayo.
So, siya yung bumibili ng planner taon-taon kasi New Year, New You. Oo. Pero hindi niya naman sinusulatan. Kasi daw pangit yung sulat niya, sayang yung papel. Tapos minsan, January, okay pa, sinusulatan niya, ginagamit niya. February, okay pa. Tapos susunod niyang bubuksan, September na. Ganun ka rin ba? Ako rin kasi, kaya nga gumawa ko ng sarili kong planner. Ito ang planner na para sa mga try-hard, kagaya ko. At dahil hindi nakakahiya maging trying hard, mas nakakahiya to not try at all, nilagay na natin sa cover mismo. This planner is undated, kaya pwede mo simulan gamitin kahit kailan. At kung makakalimutan gamitin pwede mong gamitin ulit. Walang masasayang na papel. But I should warn you, this planner is not for everyone. Parang yung podcast natin. Others may look at it and say it's too much or it's too messy. Pero I made these choices para hindi kayo mahiyang gamitin. This is the kind of planner you can use and abuse. Aside from the monthly spread, weekly spread, at yung task list, meron din siyang mga activity sheets that you can use sa inyong journey sa personal development. At kung ready ka na bumili para sa'yo o para panregalo, you can go to bit.ly/tryinghardplanner. And for the first 100 orders hanggang November 30, I will also include a dedication kung gusto nyo lang naman. You just let us know dun sa notes kung kaninong pangalan ang isusulat. Now, I always tell you to dream big, work hard, and start now. This planner right here is actually one of my big dreams, so thank you all for making it come true.
All right, welcome back to the podcast. We already talked about the first two bests, the very best, no, yung the best, and then number 2, the best ever, which you may not yet know kasi baka wala ka pa dun sa point na yon. Now, itong dalawang bagay na pag-usapan natin next, ito yung posibleng ma-detect nyo na siya talaga yon. Ma-recognize nyo na siya. Number 3 is your best yet. Now, ano pinagkaiba ng your best ever sa your best yet? Pag sinabi kasi natin your best ever, ibig sabihin sa buong buhay mo, yun na yung pinaka-best. Pero when you say your best yet, ibig sabihin, yun yung best from your life before hanggang ngayon. Pero hindi mo pa alam yung mangyayari in the future. So honestly, kapag tinanong ako, babalik tayo sa tanong, no, na anong best content mo yet? Pwede akong may masabi, di ba? My best content yet ay ito. My best effort yet ay ito. My best event yet, my best talk yet is this. makakasagot ako kasi ang pinagko-comparean ko lang or pinagpipilian ko lang ay yung mga bagay na nangyari na. Pero hindi ko pa nakikita yung future. So maybe this would encourage you to revisit your past mula noon hanggang ngayon. Ano yung mga best yet mo? Best yet mo na performance, best yet mo na relationship, na friendship, na quote, na naisulat, na nabasa, di ba? Best yet. Hindi siya objectively the best, hindi siya yung the best ever kasi may future ka pa that you have to live, but it's your best yet. And honestly, creating this podcast is one of my best decisions yet. Hindi lang dahil I get to, meet all of you na nung natapos yung pandemic, isa sa pinaka-heartwarming na experiences for me is randomly meeting tryhards out in the wild. Kasi iba yung encounter na yun talaga. And I'm always grateful when I hear messages or feedback saying na, Coach, narinig ko dun sa podcast itong bagay na to and it actually kept me from doing something bad to myself. It actually encouraged me to keep trying. And that makes me realize na sa lahat nga sa totoo lang ng content that I produced, I know the educational videos are helpful, but there's something about the Trying Hard podcast na talagang personal para sa akin. So it's one of my best decisions in life to create this podcast. It's one of my best yet. Now, doon na tayo sa number 4. And this is what I really wanted to tell that person who asked for help, no? One of the things that we need to talk about, kung hindi ka pa the best, kung hindi mo pa alam yung your best ever, kung hindi ka nagpe-perform at your best yet, as in, yun yung pinaka-best sa buong buhay mo, may fourth best tayo that we need to celebrate and we need to really talk about. It's your best now. Now, why do I say that? Ano yung pinagkaiba ng best yet sa best now? Yung best yet kasi recognizes na, okay, may highs and lows ang buhay, ang performance mo rin may highs and lows, and your best yet means na kung nasaan man yun sa point in time, yun yung peak performance mo. Pero ang your best now, kasama dyan yung your very best at the very worst of times. And I wrote this and I want to read it to you kasi I wrote this in response to that message. No, one of the worst things you can do is demand the best from yourself when you're in the worst possible situation. Now, I wanted to post that, but I knew some people would not understand what I was trying to say. Pero what I'm trying to express doon sa quote na yon is that if you already are in a terrible situation, katulad nun, nag-a-adjust ka kasi hindi ka sanay sa life, sa living alone, all of these things. Any major life transition, any major life change, it will force you to perform at a level na hindi ka sanay. Kasi nga, maraming nagbabago around you. So you're not in a good situation. You're not in a good position. And if you demand the very best from yourself, it could be one of the worst things you can do. Kasi ang mangyayari, feeling mo, ano na nangyayari sa akin? Am I dumb? Am I stupid? Am I weak? Am I getting worse at something? Na hindi mo fina-factor in yung mga outside forces that could affect your performance. Now, of course, lagi ko sila sabi sa inyo na situations can explain behavior but they don't excuse them. Pero gusto ko rin i-drive yung point na kahit na tayong tryhards, we go for excellence, gusto natin laging maging mahusay, laging maging effective, laging mag-perform at our very best. When we say that we are performing at our very best, it could be just your best right now. And your best right now, if you are in a terrible situation, ay hindi mo dapat i-compare doon sa best mo when you're in the best position ever. And I'm trying to really pick and choose the words na sasabihin ko sa inyo. But it's similar kasi to, how a person with little resources, di ba, can compare themselves with others na maganda yung sitwasyon. Bigyan ko kayo example, no? Medyo mababaw to kasi, pero ito yung personal na naiisip kong example. Alam nyo, when I started content creation, tas ang gamit ko, luma, wala ako masyadong tools, wala akong masyadong software, wala akong masyadong alam. So, yung videos that I produce, quality-wise, hindi talaga siya kasing ganda nung pinoproduce nung mga batchmates ko sa YouTube Next Up or nung mga ibang creators sa genre na nakikita ko. I mean, kahit hanggang ngayon, i-compare ninyo yung Team Lyqa video sa Crash Course or sa ibang mga platforms na educational, di ba? Siyempre, mas maganda yung sa kanila. Mas well-funded sila, mas may team sila ng writers, ng directors, all of these things, no? Ako hanggang ngayon, I edit my own videos, ako nagsiset up everything. Wala akong script, outline lang, and I just talk freely. So, of course, yung production level, hindi magkapareho. Pero tama ba for me to compare my content with theirs when I know that what I'm doing right now is the very best I can with the resources that I have? And even noon, nung nagsisimula pa lang ako, yun yung struggle ko. Kasi inisip ko lagi, naku, ang pangit ng video ko. Ang pinangsusulat ko noon, mouse lang. So, naririnig mo pa yung click. Tapos yung ilaw. Tapos hindi ako na mag-makeup. All of these things. But I'm constantly trying to improve my best. And now, yung best ko now, my best now, kung i-compare ko sa best ko then, at yung best ko then ay yung now ko nung time na yun, syempre, malayo na yung pinagkaiba. Pero I'm grateful na I kept going even if hindi kasing ganda yung output ko dati because my best then led me to my best now. So, I want to really drive that point na kung hindi ka man, alam mo yun, kasing bilis, kasing husay ng dati, kung nung nag-aaral ka sa bahay ninyo na hindi mo iniintindi yung pagkain mo or ang pakikisama sa roommates, okay ka, at nag-a-adjust ka ngayon. At dahil doon, yung grades mo hindi kasing taas ng noon, okay lang yan. Kasi what you're doing is your best now. If you know in your heart that you're doing the best you could with what you have, with the resources na meron ka, then that's your best now. And that deserves to be celebrated. I know some people may not take this na well, no? Pero siguro kasi galing din ako dun sa position na I don't have all the resources. Sometimes we just need to accept the fact na ang isang tao na may, alam yun, unlimited na resources, unlimited na support, mahal siya ng buong pamilya niya at supportado siya at mahal siya no matter what. That person is set up for life. Pero paano tayong hindi, di ba? Paano kung limited lang yung resources mo? Paano kung may family problems, kung hindi ka as supported at home, di ba? Kung hindi ka man nagpe-perform as confidently as that person, kung hindi ka man nakakahabol dun sa ginagawa ng tao na yun, na ang ginagawa niya lang ay mag-aral, basically, hindi ibig sabihin nun na inferior ka. You're just doing your best now. The best that you could with the worst hand that you were dealt. And again, di naman tayo nandito para ikumpara yung sarili natin sa iba. The goal now switches. With the terrible place, the position that I am in right now, the terrible hand that I was dealt, anong pwede kong gawin? And what I could say would be constantly improving could lead you to your other bests. So, babalik ta rin na natin ngayon. If you do your best now with what you have, it could lead you to your best yet. And getting to your best yet could actually get you to your best ever. And sometimes, in the rare occasions na hindi ka pa rin huminto, hindi ka nagpapigil, hindi ka nagpa-discourage kahit sa sarili mo, there are rare times that getting to your best ever could even lead you to being the best. Period. So, take this with a grain of salt, no? Pero para lang mabuo natin yung analogy. I'm grateful na nagpatuloy ako sa paggawa ng content even if it was just my best now, na pangit yung quality. Because that led me to my best yet, which, again, my recent videos, kahit pa paano maayos na. If I keep going at it, I could produce my best ever na content. And if I keep going, maybe I would be the best when it comes to my field, which is educational content creation, at least here in the Philippines. So, again, balik tayo dun sa ano ba yung proseso. Kasi ang success in being the best is just a healthy side effect of pursuing your best now sa bawat now na makukuha mo sa mundo. I hope na-gets niyo yung ibig sabihin ko dun. So, just a quick thank you rin sa lahat ng mga nangungulit, naghahanap ng bagong episode. This is for you. Salamat sa pagko-comment sa TikTok videos ko, sa Facebook, pag-message sa akin, reminding me na naghihintay na kayo. To that person na bumili daw ng AirPods para makinig, tapos naghihintay siya ng bagong episode, here's a new episode for you. And I did promise na there will be more coming up. So, again, maraming salamat sa inyong mga tryhards. Don't forget to follow the podcast, subscribe if you haven't yet. We have more conversations na paparating. And I guess that's it muna for now. As you always say, dream big, work hard, start now, and don't let those who call you a tryhard keep you from trying hard. Trying is what makes us the best us possible. I'll talk to you next time.